Welcome back. So today there's not a whole lot to talk about, but I am going to talk about a few DCA candidates. So that's the point of this video. In terms of overall market, you guys know not a whole lot happened today. Bitcoin kind of stayed where it is. Alts kind of stayed where they are. So not a whole lot of movement, right? One interesting fact though, very interesting. I saw this article, 100% of Bitcoiners are in profit. Think about that. 100%. There should be none of you guys, 0%, that's in loss right now. That's in the red. So congratulations. Those of you guys that's been holding, DCAing, you should be in the green. There's no way you should be at a loss. So congratulations. All right. Outside of that, not a whole lot. I do believe this week is still going to be good. I think we're going to make some moves this week. It's just a matter of time. We just have to wait. But as for DCA candidates, I think there are a couple things ones I talked about a lot, but I'll rehash them because it is DCA day. I'll start out with a controversial one. Some of you guys hate it. Some of you guys hate it just because I like it. But I'll start out with XRP Ripple. They're obviously doing very well. Ever since Trump took office, ever since SEC started dismissing lawsuits left and right, Ripple's been very, very strong. I even, caved and turned the corner on XRP even at like 170, right? And there's many reasons for it. Number one, a big one, they're American-based. I think any crypto project in America is going to do very well going forward. They have ties to administration. Obviously, they lobbied so hard that Trump even tweeted out about them being added to the crypto reserve, even though it turns out that was a big mistake. But still, they have ties to administration, other members of the family, and so forth, right? They got a huge war chest, endless money. They have their new stable coins, RL, USD. They're making bids for Circle. I mean, they're just going all out. Okay. Also, from a technology perspective, XRP ledgers being expanded, and they're moving a different direction. They're still working with banks, working with a lot of financial institutions. Japan, Asia loves them. There's just a whole lot that's going on with them, right? So, and plus now that they don't have SEC on their back, everything's been dropped. Sky's the limit for them. A lot of people been holding on for a long time. XRP Army, strongest hands in the space. So congrats for people that's been holding forever, right? But I do think they're going to do very well. So they're number one. Number two is Solana. It's no surprise. Solana is eating Ethereum's lunch, even though Ethereum came back in a big way recently. If you just look at the metrics, right? Just like in 2021, if you look at the metrics, Ethereum led everything. Solana is leading everything right now except TVL, which is still important. So you got to give Ethereum that. Ethereum is leading TVL by leaps and bounds. But Solana is leading everything else. Daily active addresses, volume, DEX volume, NFT volume, anything that's measurable, Sol is leading. And they're going to get their ETF soon, which I think is a big deal. And you have companies like Sol Strategy that's loading up on Sol now, kind of like Strategy with Bitcoin. So I think all that is going to add up to something. And once meme season gets hot again, most of the memes, guess what, are on Sol. And now you got all these launchers. Don't discount that. When people are following memes, they got to have Sol. That's what causes it to pump. So I think Sol is going to continue to do well later this year. So yeah, that's another one. So these two. Third one, you're not going to put Sui in there. The new kid on the block. There's a lot of things going for it. Sui, a lot of people don't know, it's American based out of Silicon Valley. The founders, ex-Facebookers. So the Silicon Valley, because of the name, you would think they're like Japanese or Asian, but they're actually American based. So that's a big thing. Again, American-based crypto projects are going to have big benefit because administration, who knows, maybe Trump does get rid of capital gains tax on American-based crypto projects. That would be huge, huge. But besides that, the ecosystem is just thriving and growing with Sui. I do think that they're going to have a fantastic year, and just overall, I just see a lot of excitement. When I went to Basecamp, I actually liked it more than Token 2049. There was actually a lot more developers there, a lot more people talking about dApps and so forth than even at Token. And Token's a much bigger conference. So I like them. I like them a lot. And, you know, they're still early, but, you know, they have wallet support from some of the biggest wallet makers. They got some memes going, right? But they got a lot of game support. Even they're onboarding big brands like Pokemon and possibly creating like digital trading cards of Pokemon. I mean, that's huge. So stuff like that. That's why they've been so strong. So I think they're another DCAing candidate. I'm really a big fan of them. So that's the third one. So these three are like my big three, my top three, right? Outside of Bitcoin, it has to be Sui, Sol, XRP, right? So you know how I always talk about the 50, 25, 25? If you don't know, you know, I take that back. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not advising anything, but a good like starting point for people that are starting out. You know, for portfolios, I think 50% Bitcoin is a must. Obviously, it's really hard to outperform Bitcoin. Really, really hard. You could go 100% Bitcoin, really. You don't have to go any alts. But if you were, I'd say 50% Bitcoin, 25% in big caps. So these three are all big caps. And then 25% in small caps, mid caps, and so forth. Right now, I would say you don't have to put anything in mid caps, small caps, because it's not altcoin season. That's usually when like altcoin season, when everything's blowing up, then it makes sense. Right now, it could just be 50-50. 50% in Bitcoin, 50% in big caps, that's it. Or it could be like 75-25 or 90-10 or 100% zero. It's really up to you. Some people, a lot of you guys are just all Bitcoin. And actually, that's been the smarter move because Bitcoin has been outperforming everything, with the exception of just maybe a few. But I do like these three quite a lot. But outside these three, of course, I mentioned, even my video from last night, I mentioned so many other dApps from other niches and stuff that are great holds as well. There's a lot of must watches, but for me, it's just these three. They're the base layer, foundational layers. There's a lot of great things going from all American based. You know, they're on all the big exchanges, huge communities, huge leadership, and overall, I like them a lot. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully that helps you with the DCA portfolio. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.